It's showtime. What's up, everybody? Adam, historian ghost hunter here. Moi, back with another great episode of Historically Haunted Vodcast. We are in season three. Season three, of course, sponsored by, I got to give a shout out to actor, trucker, Donnie Green, the red truck driver in Pet Cemetery, the original movie that killed Gage, that bastard, when he was singing the Ramones. He sponsors the show, him and his wife. He's a real trucker. Bauer Green Logistics Company in Florida, as well as his brother's company that he's a dispatcher for. John Green, Greene Logistics Company, trucking company out of Florida. They sponsor the show. They gave me a nice check for a whole sponsor for the whole season. They're paid up till June. We have a weekly sponsor that also pays. You guys want to be a weekly sponsor? Let me know. For $10 through PayPal, I will give you a weekly sponsorship, as well as these guys. These guys have paid for about 10 sponsorships in a row. Obscure Research and Investigations based out of Illinois. Shout out to you guys. Great team. Check them out on YouTube. Check out their page. Also, this week, we're going to give a shout out to Bray Wyatt. Find me, the wrestler. Wyndham Rotunda, the son of IRS, the old wrestler. He passed away at 36 years old. He had a heart attack from a heart condition that he got from Corona. He leaves behind 4 children and a fiance. Shout out to him, probably one of my favorite wrestlers. I'm a big wrestling fan. You guys know that. WWF. What's up with that? So we're going to bring on someone who's special to me real quick. I'm going to introduce him. But before I do, it's medium Kenneth Drake. This cat, I can't say enough good stuff about him. He not only through Facebook talks to me like a lot of you do, which is awesome. I respect all of you for that. And hello, Heather. Thanks for checking in. Drake's in the background. He'll be up soon. Good evening, John from Washington. Appreciate you. So real quick, Kenneth did a show in Quincy, Massachusetts. We're going to talk about that. And he invited me and Heather to come to his show. He did a mediumship thing. And that fucking guy let us come aboard. And not only did he let us have a table for free and join his event for free and watch him perform for free, so to speak, he actually gave me, we got kind of drunk. We kind of wasted. And we got my hotel room and the whole nine. Heather and all of us, and we all talked and hung out, met his beautiful family, his sisters, his mother. And we're going to get right into that. He's a great medium. I've had him on a show a couple times. But I got to play this. Oliver Anthony's blown me away. Have you guys heard the remix of this? It's only 2 minutes. And I usually don't get political. It's not really political. I think it's more human. But you got to watch this, guys.
It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me, people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is. Living in the new world.
Let me know if you can hear that. The volume should be up.
Living home, so the rich men know the rich men, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control.
This world has changed and I had to accept it. They ask my political views while I search for their hidden agendas. I don't got an answer, I try to remember the devil divides. Pressure appears from our peers. Those arguments waste our time while helping to push their lies, so fuck political views. I got common sense. I know God made man, and the sun sets on a life where we focus on things that we cannot control and accumulate so much regret. By the time we decide to live, we're practically already dead. So I go to sleep with the thoughts of 45 years living in debt, 45 years can't pay rent, 45 years just for a pension. I'm too old to enjoy and go spend 45 years working and slaving for rich men with no time for my family and friends. Then I wake up and pray that it ends.
Living in the new world.
Amen.
Living home, so the rich men know the rich men, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control.
Descendants of Adam and Eve, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. They're taking God out the schools. Our kids don't know what to believe. From 6 to 18, the curriculum fails and Gen Z gets taught by their phones with force feeds that get sponsored and paid by companies. That's how they attack us. It starts with the youth. If you lie enough, you'll convince anybody the lie's the truth. So telling these kids they can choose their own gender at ages they can't even tie their own shoes. Drive or drink is crazy. Common sense isn't common unless it pays me. That's the thought process daily. Look at the content. We're creating lies diluting our brains. I'm done trying to argue online with these people who think that a vote's gonna bring about change. How many presidents does it take to have a life worth living? An actual comfortable wage. No more school shootings. Let's unite these states.
It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me, for people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is. Living in the new world. With an whole soul. These
Richmond north of Richmond, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control.
Fucking A, man. I've been listening to that song. I've been crying my ass off. Sad times we're living in, not sad times, but the world's rough. And the reason why I bring that song, the reason why that's relevant is because this fucking cat that I'm going to bring on now, Mr. Drake, Mr. Kenneth Drake, Medium Drake, this dude's for real. You see him inspiring people on Facebook. You see him stuff. He's been doing this for a long time. He's on a tour now. We're going to talk about that. And it's not bullshit because I spent some time with this cat outside of Facebook bubble. I've actually met him. I've actually hugged him. I've touched him. I've listened to him speak. And this is the real cat. Fuck this. We're bringing him on. He's got his glasses on. You ready, Ken? You there? Let's do it. Uh-oh. There's my brother. Hi, brother. I can't hear you. I can't hear you, brother. You got your mute on.
Oh, there we go.
There you go, you glorious bastard. What's up, beautiful man?
Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. Happy Friday night. So good to be here. Sorry for the technical difficulty. Apologize for that. So good to see you. You guys look beautiful as hell. I love you.
We already got psychic medium Allie Bennett, a friend of both of ours, checking in. Hello.
Oh, love Allie Bennett. Allie, thank you so much for being
Allie's
here.
The best.
Well.
Betsy Brown Williams is saying hi. Heather's saying hi. John Bernier, Doreen, Alan Foxwell. Namaste. Kenneth Drake is the best.
Love you. Oh, we love. Thank you so much. I love you. Love you all so much. Thank you so much for having me. And Adam Began, the legend, thank you for letting me crash the party with you tonight. It's been a long time. We've got the old gang back together after all this time.
You beautiful man. You took a hiatus. Every genius does. You kind of recoup after a big tour last year that was successful, ended in Quincy, Mass. We'll get into that. You're going to start back up, though. You got some stuff in the works, man. I've been keeping posted with you. You're a busy cat, brother. For those of you that don't know Kenneth Drake, he's been on my show since I did a radio show back with KCOR, right, Ken? What, 3 years ago with Reverend Jay?
What year was that? Have we been
Pre-COVID.
brothers that long?
Pre-COVID.
Oh, that's KCOR. Shout out to Miss Tina Marie from KCOR. You were with Reverend Jay, Love, Light, and the Paranormal when you and I first met.
See, unlike most people that say they're my brother and say they love me, they don't know shit about me. Ken knows me. I tell him things, he resides that. He holds on to that. And for those of you who don't know, I mean, I know your brother. I know you like fucking my left shoe. But let's tell people that are watching that maybe have never heard of you, that are fairly new. Where did you start all this, brother? How did this start with you? Let's start from the beginning, dude. We got an hour. Let's roll.
Oh, let's go. Thank you again. And thank you to everyone watching. Thank you to the spirits. Thank you to you for being so beautiful. Thank you for letting me crash the Friday night party with you. And most of all, thank you.
Are you kidding me? It's my pleasure, brother.
Most of all, thank you to the legendary Adam Began, because, and I know I said this to you before, Adam, but there's so many people just in the paranormal community. You bring something to the table that no one else does. And I'm honored to not only know you through show business, I'm honored to be your brother, your family to me. And thank you for being a part of Quincy show last year, all of my Massachusetts friends. I can't wait to see you again this fall. But so for me, it's been a long time, a long time. I started when I was a crazy little goth kid in high school, having these weird experiences, not knowing that the messages served a purpose. Now I'm just the weird older guy that's still having those same crazy ass experiences. But I started to realize years ago that the messages serve a purpose. So I couldn't do what I do without the spirit world. I couldn't do what I do, most of all, without beautiful people like all of you. And thank you for letting me be a part of so many of these moments with you over the years. This is my 25th year of doing this. And yeah.
Fucking guy doesn't look like you look like you're 30. I don't know how you've been doing this since you're 5 years old, for Christ's sake.
I'm getting there. So
it's the absence that you drink that keeps you looking young.
Oh, funny thing about that. May I just make a quick shout out? I want to say thank you to. In fact, I saved this for you, Adam. This is someone gifted this to me. This is a 22-year-old going on 23-year-old Pappy Van Winkle. that someone gave me as a gift from management. I'm saving it for you. So I want to say cheers.
Cheers, my brother.
Legal.
You are.
Tastes incredible.
Guy, I wish I was there with you right now taking a fucking drink, you bastard. You glorious man.
I was saving that one just for you. I wish you and I were together. We could drink that in person.
I don't want to skip ahead too much, but I got to tell people this because we got about 15 people watching right now. That's usually a peak for me, and it's early in the show.
Thank you to everyone.
Did we not get shots and drinks from Whitey fucking Bulger's great niece?
Oh my God, you wicked!
Or was I tripping on acid? That's
you
real,
wicked,
right?
wicked bastard! I was going to ask you, did that happen, or did I dream that? Or did I leave my body? Was that an out of body experience when that happened? I don't know,
Dude, you didn't have to invite me and Heather to that. You and Alex, you guys had that nailed down. And then you had some Julia, who's a friend of mine now, and of course Trish, Tyler. You had people there, but you invited me and Heather at no cost to go to your event and set up a table. And then you actually confiscated my hotel room and bought me a couple drinks. You don't owe me anything, brother. I don't know why you did that, but I love you. You know?
I love you. I love you. I mean that. And to all of you watching, I love you. And thank you for
He means it. This
tonight.
fucking dude is legit. You made people cry in that audience in Quincy, Mass that night. You were dropping truth. People were fainting in the front row. You're dropping up bombs about their passed away ones. I couldn't believe it. I looked at Heather and go, holy shit, he's fucking. And then you called out Ray. Why am I hearing Ray? Why am I hearing Ray times 3? I'm like, oh, my uncle, my dad, and my brother. My uncle, my dad, and my grandfather are all named Ray. They all, wow. And you knew that, brother. And I didn't tell you that shit.
There was another Ron. Who was Ron? I just felt
Ron's my uncle.
My spirit told me to bring up Ron again. Who is that? Ron.
That's my grandfather.
Was he there
Ray,
with us that night too? Did he join us that night? I believe Ron was there too.
I don't know. You're like a magnet. I mean, it's a gift that you didn't ask for, but you handle it well. It must be stressful though, right, Ken? It's got to be stressful.
It is. It's not. I'll be honest, whenever I teach psychic development or I teach mediumship development for those that are coming into this, when people ask how to do this, I say, the first thing that I say is, if you have a choice, don't do it. If you have a choice, don't do it. Do something else. Do anything else. Don't do
Be a
this.
car dealership salesman. Be a cook.
anything. But, it's one of those things where I'm so grateful that it's given me a life that I never would have dreamed of. Gotten to meet so many people from all wonderful people such as all of you. And it's one of those things where, now it's one of the most, it's the most beautiful thing. There's this moment, I know I've shared this with you before, but there's this moment when you walk onto a stage and it's like the whole world just slips away. Oh. And it's the most beautiful thing. And I live for that moment. So after all these years, I take every now and then I take a little bit of a sabbatical. This will be starting this fall, will be my first time going back at it. By the way, just as a side note too, I want everyone out there watching to know, wherever I have a stage, Adam Began also has a stage. And I want you to be there, you and Heather both, wherever we are this fall. I want you to be there with me. You always have a table, a booth, anything you want to do. The world needs Adam Began.
I fucking love this guy. You guys could quote that because my guest canceled this week. I was going to go, my surprise guest was going to be whoop me. But Ken goes, you want me, you got me. Anytime I would do anything. And he really, if I put a festival together in Maine, he would come. I mean, this dude, what makes you so, I got to ask, to be personal, because I don't know a super lot about you. I did meet your mom and sisters, beautiful women in your family.
They love you, by the way. You're part of the family. Once you drink with me, you're part of the family.
Your mother's hilarious. I don't know. Did you get your gift from your mom? Someone in your family must have this too, no?
I always share with people is I couldn't do what I do, and any success that people think that I'm just saying this, but I'm not. Any success that I've ever had, I owe to powerful women in my life. I mean that.
Amen.
All credit to powerful women in my life. But my mom, from my mother's side of the family, they've always been very intuitive, and I think they've been a part of this. They may never admit that, but I couldn't do what I do without them. And so many times I shared this, I know, on stage in Massachusetts, but so many times in my 20s when I gave them every reason to not want to be a part of this. I made the biggest messes. It was the ultimate failure so many times. And for some reason, they stood by me through it. And so I have to thank my family for standing by me all these years. And any success that I've ever had, I think I have to give them credit for that. For first of all, putting up with my psychotic ass all these years.
Hey, let's drink to that, brother. Cheers. Let's
Cheers
take a
to
sip
that. Cheers to psychosis, right? Am I right? I know
you fucking, I tell you, and he, Ken boasts me and tells me I'm the best, but I look at him and say, what makes you the best is you're fantastic, but you're fucking modest. You admit you have mistakes, you admit you have flaws, you admit you get depressed. I get depressed. We've talked, right? Shit's not always that great. We have breakups, we have families, girlfriends, things that happen, and it's how we handle it, I think. And you handle it like a true soldier. Is that fair? I mean, I think so.
Well, I'm a work in progress.
You hate compliments. This fucking guy will not take a compliment for the life of me.
Progress, but it's one of those things. With what I do, I get to talk to so many people with, everything about life. Whether it was, because when I started out years ago, was on those psychic networks where you see those fun infomercials at night. That's where I started at, and over the years, you get to have these moments with people where it's, moments with their breakups, their relationships, their love lives, them starting a new career, them losing a career, someone being born, someone dying. And I'm just so honored that I get to be a part of so many of those moments. So I think I would be a hypocrite if I didn't share my own life with people and say that, what, we're in this together. We're not alone. That's the message. We're not alone in any of this. We're not alone. But we're in this together. And it's not easy to be in the world. And that's what if I've ever been able to relate to people, maybe that's in some way a small part of it, is to say, it's not easy. It's not easy to be in the world, especially right now. But we're not alone. We've got good people here with us. And cheers to all the good people out there. Cheers to all the people that are saying, no matter what, I'm still here. If you're watching tonight,
amen.
I'm glad you're still here. From me to you, thank you for still being here. Thank you.
I contemplated suicide too, and then I thought about the loved ones, my friends that would be sad after my mom died, and then I died in that car accident. Ken, you were there with me the whole way. You said prayers to me. You told me my mom was there. We talked. Go back on my YouTube channel. Look, there's a couple episodes of me and Ken on there.
Was that 2 years? Almost 2 years ago, Adam. Was that almost 2 years ago?
Yeah. Yep. 2000, right before COVID. Right before 2019, late 2019, right before COVID, and then COVID struck. And I didn't have money. I lost my job and I was homeless. And then you kept me alive. And then, of course, Ross. I haven't talked to Ross since his mom died in January.
Ross is he's such a pioneer. And thank you to Ross for even letting me be part of that with him. But Adam, think about how far. Just now you have this estate. Let's call it what it is. This estate in Maine, beautiful territory. Look how far you've come. Now, and you're also the promotions manager for Hollywood celebs. You are living proof that a comeback is always possible.
I appreciate, dude. That honestly, that means a lot. And honestly, I owe it a lot to you. You got me the interview with New York Times. That interview of paranormal celebrity Adam Began starts season 2 of Historically Haunted. That was you. That was your hookup. Don't bullshit me. I know that. And I probably shouldn't say that, but you hooked me up with that. You've got some ties too, and you've earned everything you've got. I've got away from comments because, like I said, me and Kenneth actually talk on the phone. We Facebook message each other, voicemail and stuff. We actually talk. Is that right, Ken? We're friends beyond.
We are. We're. And one thing that I always want people to know too, and I don't. Well, I'm sure Adam can vouch for this too. I don't do this very often. I get a lot of invitations to do this, and I just don't do it. Not that I don't want to support all of my paranormal friends, but we've known each other for a long time, and
you always got me, brother. And you just got off an appointment. You just got off a reading, like literally before the show. You're like, I'm just getting done a reading. I'm like, calm down. I give you 10 minutes. I'm going to play a music video because that takes a lot out of you. And I appreciate you, Kenneth. You fucking. Well, all right. So
this helps.
Right here, Allie Bennett, you both are the best. I swear. Allie, you're amazing. We love you. If we do a convention in Mass, we should invite Allie. I think, don't you live in Connecticut, Allie, or something like that? That'd be great to have you. I know you don't really do it, but just like a one night only thing. I think that'd be, I don't want to speak for Kenneth, but I think that'd be an all-star hit.
Let's do it. I would be honored. I've been a fan of Miss Allie Bennett for a long, long time. She's such a
I got her
powerful
book.
comedian.
It's great. This must be a friends of yours, a newcomer to the show, Ruth Ann Trebonino Curley.
Oh
Good
my
evening.
goodness. Oh, I love you, Ruth Ann.
Thank you for
I
joining
love you
in.
so much.
Friend
You
of
are,
dude,
she is an
Ken
angel.
loves
I will
you.
be
I
with her.
fucking love you.
I will be with her. In fact, I'll be with her in October, I believe. Want to say I've not had a chance to say this to you yet, Ruth, and I love you. You're precious to me. You're a beautiful family. Can't wait to see you. Thank you so much. Thank you to everyone that's tuning in tonight. So many people from all over the world. Thank you
We're
for
up to
being
18 viewers right now. That's a peak, man. I didn't have that with fucking Dr. Satan from Rob Zombie's movie. I got him on there. Walter Fellon. I didn't have that many.
That was a
Heather,
great show, by
that's
the way.
it. Well,
Great.
two legends, brother. Heather was saying Quincy was magical. Yeah.
Heather, you are magical. Witch in Life Guide, you are magical, and we love
Which
you.
in life, look at the bracelet she made me, Ken. It's got a ghosty on
Wait a
it.
minute, let me see. I feel the power. Is that a precious? What stone is that's stones
She's
on that?
got different. Heather, what stones are these that you use? They're not little plastic trinkets. They're actually real stone beads. She sells them $5 a piece. I'm like, you can get fucking 10 for these. I got this from Lorraine Warren. Judy Sparrow told me this. Lorraine Warren's bracelet. That was 45. All right, let's see. Ken's gift is amazing. Doreen Allen Foxwell. Ken's gift is amazing.
Love you. I love you so much. I love your family. So many of these people that are tuning in tonight, you've been a part of. Just want to say, so many of you have been a part of my life for so long, and I can't thank you enough from me to
He
you.
fucking loves people, dude.
Love
He's
you.
not
Thank
just bullshitting because this motherfucking, he will hug you, he will buy you drinks, he will fucking slap your ass because that's what he did to me. This cat is all, I love him. I gotta go back. George DaCosta, big time listener. He was a co-host last week, a guest in a couple of weeks, got me some stuff. The camera you're watching got me the camera. Shout out to George DaCosta. Where does Ken reside?
Great job. I am in Birmingham, Alabama, here in the South. So right here, in fact, I'm coming to you live right now from our home on Cobb Lane. Some of you that are watching may feel this, but yeah, here in the historic district, it was built in 1901. So a lot of spirit activity here, and that's why I love it here in the South.
And they love you, you crazy bastard. Jean Tewksbury texts in. Adam is also. Thank you, Jean Tewksbury from the. She's like she hunts for like wildcats in Maine and certain stuff like cryptozoology. She works with.
Hi, Jean. That's interesting. I'd love to know more about that. I'd love to know more about.
Yeah, cougars and tigers. Don Brown says, "Hey, John Bernier, who is fighting cancer there in Seattle, Washington. Amen." He says, "Hey, Kathy." Doreen Allen Falk. Wow, Adam, what part of Maine? My husband is from Skowhegan. I live currently. Drake knows this. He hasn't come to visit me yet, but I live right between Mount Katahdin, the Appalachian Trail, and I live right between that and Bangor, Derry, Maine, where Stephen King lives. I don't want to give away my town because it's population 500, and if you came to my town, you'd probably find me, and I don't want that. So my town's small in Maine. We have more wild raccoons we do people, and I'm okay with that. But my girlfriend Heather lives in Old Orchard Beach area by Portland, if you're familiar with that. I live in Illinois. Oh, if you ever go to Illinois, Allie will jump on. Ken.
Let's do it. Let's make that happen. Let's put that on the calendar for maybe 2024. Let's do that.
Okay. Let me do something. I want to go to your Facebook page, if you don't mind, real quick, just because I want to show people. And hopefully I can get the fucking sound to come in. Can you see your page right now, Ken?
Let's see. Oh, yes, I believe so. Oh.
Watch this, guys. Oh. This is the fucking man we're talking to right now. Oh, I got goosebumps.
Thank you so much for that.
First tickets go on sale, correct?
Yes. Thank you so much for that. I can't take any credit for that. For me to do what I do, there's a whole team of people behind the scenes doing what they do. So thank you to everyone that helps me to do what I do. So thank you for that, everyone. But yeah, so got this will be my first, well, coming into 2024, my first headlining tour, nationwide tour in about 10 years. And but now something I'm really excited about is now is a way to connect with more people. When you do a live event, as you know, as you saw in Massachusetts, when it's 100, 200, 300 people, there's no way to really connect with that many people. And so we're starting to do now for the first time home groups, private events, and announced that yesterday. And I want to say to everyone that's watching tonight, please be patient with me. Okay, this is the first time in a long time. I'm a little rusty. All right, so please be patient. We promise you, we see your messages, we will respond. This is the first time in about 20 years that I've had a full team of managers and publicists controlling everything I do. So we're just getting started out there, just getting sort of up and running. I promise you we'll be back in touch with you. But if you have questions about that, or as far as wanting to have a private event, it's the power of a live event in your living room. And that's what I live for, that moment where you get to connect with people, get to hug people, get to cry with people, get to have a drink with people, and just get to say, hey, you know what? Without the cameras, without the spotlight, all of that stuff, to hell with all of that. In this moment, it's us. It's us. It's the power of the spirit world. And I live for that. I live all these years later, I live for that still. And I just can't wait to see so many of these amazing people get to meet you this fall. You can message pr@kennethdrakemedium.com for information about that.
You guys heard that. Heather, if you're listening, please write that in chat. We'll put that on the timeline. Heather's pretty good with that shit. I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm just so excited to talk to you because I feel so close to you. You really get off on making people feel good, and not in obviously, I mean, I guess bad choice of words, but you know what I mean? Like you love me. You bad. You know, we're going to go there. The more we drink, the more it's going to get crazy.
This is Quincy 2.0.
For the right reasons. Of course, popularity is nice and money's nice. The girls are nice, the whole nine. But seeing people, dude, I saw people in the fucking front row blow you kisses and cry to you. That girl was crying and almost fell to her knees when you told her family was there. That was in Quincy. You could ask fucking Heather. I looked at Heather and go, wow, because I've seen the Italian guy. What the fuck's his name? He's a famous psychic too. Matt something, right? I saw him.
Matt
and
Fraser.
You were right up there. You were just, I mean, and you're not even trying. You're just like, oh, so Pat, it seems so. It flows out of you. Do you? I gotta ask you a question from Adam, from me. Do you ever feel this with complete strangers in gas stations, restaurants? You walk up by someone and go, "Fuck, I gotta tell them something." You know what I mean?
I do. Yeah, I do. Every day, I do. And I sometimes compare it to the volume on a radio. You can turn the volume up, you can turn the volume down, but you can't turn it off. Once that doorway to the spirit world opens, you can't close that door. You can't turn it off. But you can control the volume. So there are times when that does happen. Still happens a lot, in fact. But yeah, it's I always share with people too, or try to. It's not something I ever want to push on people. Everyone has.
Well, a lot of people don't believe.
I'm not out here trying to preach to people or trying to change the world. But if we can create at live events or in private groups or on the phone or in a radio show or like we're doing right now, if we can create an atmosphere for people to experience the power of the spirit world for themselves, then that's where it all starts. And in their own way, they can have these experiences. And I've seen it so many times, Adam. I know you and I've talked about this. I see it so many times where it just starts with a simple belief. And sometimes it's hard to believe, but once you believe, anything becomes possible. And I see so many people not change because of me, not because of anything I've done. I'm still a nobody from a nowhere town in Alabama.
You modest bastard. You're a fucking legend.
I think it's because, people are more hungry now, more hungry than they've ever been before for something real, for something that says, I can't deny these experiences, whether it's dreams or visitations. And I'm just so, years ago, it seemed like I was all alone in the world with this. Nobody talked about this, especially in the South where I'm from. I mean, this was blasphemy. It still is here in the South where I'm at. But
yeah,
There are
The
these
Bible
stories,
Belt.
yeah, stories from all over the world of people being touched by the power of the Spirit. And I know you've had with what you do, and that's one thing that you bring. One of the many things that you bring to the table is the experiences of these people, the historic aspect of it. No one does that like you. No one does that like Historically Haunted Show. There's no one else. Round of applause for Adam Began.
Oh, look, this fucking cat. He always turns around. At the beginning, I thought, I go, this guy's got to be cocky. He's almost, no, maybe he's got to be off. But then I met you. I said, no, he's legit. You're just a fucking lover, dude. Because we got together at the bar and did shots of Whitey fucking Bulger's niece. And
Can we go back to
Heather
that?
and your mom and the girls in the parking lot.
That really happened. So we were, first of all, I thought it was a joke. And of course, I didn't know this until I think I messaged you a few days later and said, wait, did this really happen? Did we really have shots with Whitey Bulger? You know, if you've seen the Johnny Depp film Black Mass about Whitey Bulger, well, this was his niece serving us shots after leaving the stage doing psychic and mediumship readings. So,
not Johnny Depp's niece. For those of you that are stoned right now, not Johnny Depp's niece, Whitey Bulger's niece, the fucking crime boss. I guess Irish, right? Mafia of Boston, correct?
I mean, Winter Hill Gang. The Winter Hill Gang.
Winter Hill. Yes, yeah. You've been for 15 minutes. You've been eating these peanuts and licking your fingers. Oh, I love it.
I could watch that movie every single day. It's one of my favorite
films.
So
we're at the bar. This guy just had a successful show. He had girls crying, girls' panties getting wet, the whole nine. Oops. And we go to the bar.
You wicked bastard. You wicked
And we go to the bar after a successful night with beautiful people. We get to meet Kat Larson, a fellow member, friend of yours, and of course, Trish and all them. We go to the bar, have some drinks. We're like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, this is Quincy. This is where Whitey Bulger's from. We're like, oh, yeah, I love that movie. The girl goes, oh, I'm his great niece or his niece or grandniece. I go, what? And she showed us her fucking ID and it said Bulger. Her last name was Bulger, dude. That was cool. Story. I know that was cool.
We have to every time we do this, we have to check in to say, did that really happen? And it really happened.
So we both text each other often. Did we really drink
outside? I believe actually right outside the event is the Neponset River where he buried the bodies. I believe. I may be wrong about that.
Heather and I the next day went to the underneath the bridge, but you had to leave. We went to the first Dunkin' Donuts, John Quincy Adams' gravesite, the railroad. You left. Next time you come down, I'm gonna rent you from my house. We're gonna get hammered in my fucking town and watch the wild rabbits go across the lawn.
Hey, I will clear my schedule for this. Let's do it. Let's make it that.
I love you. I love you. I'm sorry, we're gonna get back to things right here. Thank you, Doreen. At KennethDrakeMedium.com, guys.
Thank you so much. Thank you so many people tuning in. Thank you so much. Thank you. I see you. I love you. Thank you. Thank you.
Fernando checking in says, "Wow, awesome." Michelle LeBaron. She's a well-known psychic media or paranormal investigator. I don't know if she's psychic or not. She's a paranormal investigator. Gene Tewksbury. I love how Kenneth's gifts just follow so natural. Kenneth is so humble. Amen.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Ellie Bennett's applauding you. John Byrne, you're fighting cancer in Seattle's applauding you. Good people. Right here.
The one with who did you say has cancer? May I ask?
Oh, John. John's a good dude. He tunes in every week.
Hi, John. Love you. Thank you so much. We just want to, just wherever you are right now, wherever you are.
Seattle, Washington, him and his wife.
We just know. I've seen it too many times. The same power of the spirit world that brings messages. It heals people. It makes us feel alive. So we're just sending so much love and healing to you, no matter what you're doing. John, thank you for tuning in. I love you. From me to you. Never met you. Don't know you. But I love you. Thank you for being here tonight.
Trust me, John. He meets you. He'll kiss your cheek and buy you a shot. He loves you.
I will. This is true. Cheers to that. Thank you so much.
Allie Bennett, John Byrne, you good evening. Oh, they're all checking it. Hello, my dear. My uncle buried the bodies right over there. She was pointing at yes, that's right. Heather was with us. She was, my uncle buried the bodies over there, and she pointed at the bay. You remember? Whitey Bulger's niece said that to us.
Right outside the convention center. I remember that. It was unbelievable. It was unbelievable. You know, and I want to say thank you to Quincy too. I've got so many great friends there. Been there so many times over the past few years, and for a while that was like my second home. So thank you to Massachusetts for making the Southerner feel at home there. Love that whole area.
I want to touch on it real quick. you're going to be doing this for the first time in a long time solo. No Alex, no psychic medium Alexandria Sar this year, correct?
You wicked bastard.
Well, I just wanted to. You mentioned it.
No,
I didn't want to.
no,
It's like a Band-Aid,
no,
real quick, like a Band-Aid, real quick, like a
no.
Band-Aid.
First of all, you're absolutely, like I was saying earlier. We talk about so many things with people's personal lives, and so I would be a hypocrite if I didn't share about
People
mine.
have been asking,
But,
and just
yeah,
set the
I
record
did.
straight.
Yeah, I want to say first of all to my former partner, she has incredible things coming up. I wish her all the very best. I wish her nothing but success. But yes, it is a different season here now, so it's me going to be doing this solo. But wish her all the best, and I can't wait to see so many of you. So for people that are asking, I think so many people are shocked by this. That is this, when they hear about events, they think it's a joint collaboration. It's not. This is the first time that it's not in a long, long time. But she has incredible things coming up, and I wish her nothing but continued success.
You ain't got a fucking bad bone in your beautiful body of yours. Real quick, John Bernie says, thank you so much, Kenneth, for the beautiful shout out. And his wife, Linda, thank you so much out in there in Seattle.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Lauren Perez, hello, Lauren and Danny from the Radicals.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Much love, because I love you both, but whatever the fuck, life happens. Me and Heather broke up for a year and a half, and we got back together. So shit happens. You got to do you right now. And I'm getting buzzed, so it's game time. It's time to talk shit.
Oh,
What's
here
up?
we go. Here we go.
No, seriously, dude. When you invited me, I got to get back on this real quick. I'm going to ask you some fun questions, but so what draws? I got to ask you, Kenneth, Mr. Drake. I got to ask you, dude, medium, my friend. What draws you to me? Is it just because who I am? Because I don't. You don't owe me anything. You don't owe me a dime. You know what I mean?
That's a good question. And I want to say too,
For
those that are, it's our shared love of bourbon is what it is. It's our shared love. Hey, what shots are we doing? Was it Jameson? Did we do Jameson that night? I forget.
Well, I bought you. You were up on stage, and I bought you a glass of wine, and I walked to the stage and handed it to you. You're like, "Oh, okay." And that started you off with the wine, and then we did Jameson shots, and I believe Jaeger.
Oh wow, yeah, I think you're right.
Followed by a stout Massachusetts ale, because you wanted the house brew or whatever was in that town. We were pretty lit, but you were lit.
When I say
respectively after the show, you don't
go
go drunk into a show, right? You drink a little bit towards the end, but you don't go into the show. Like, we drank after, respectively,
Yeah. No, I don't think I could do what I do going into a show with a drink. But it's one of those. When I say I'm channeling spirits, that's what I really mean. But it's one of those things where, I forgot the question. What you were asking about before that.
I forgot too.
I forgot too. Talking about why are we so drawn to each other?
I don't know, man, because sometimes I feel like I'm a piece of shit, man. Maybe because I'm buzzing, but I was homeless. I didn't have a lot going on. And there's some people, you, Jim Brown, Ross Raposo, there's certain people that stuck with me before I made it. I'm not saying I'm like fucking an all-star now, but before I had my podcast, there were people like you that stuck up for me. And didn't give, and I was a nobody. And I don't know, man. I feel blessed to have you in my life. I'm not putting you on the spot. I'm just thankful that you believe in me, I guess, is what I'm saying.
I think, honestly, listen, I think that just as honest as I can be about it, when I was 18, 17, 18, having these experiences, I didn't, aside from my family, I didn't have anything. I had nothing. I lost friends. I lost family because of this. I'm still losing things because of this. But here's the thing. It's not a loss. It's just life changing. But through the process of this, one thing I tell people is, we never really arrive. We're always learning. We're always doing something. I believe we're always growing. And, so years ago when I never would have imagined that I would have gotten to meet the people, be a psychic advisor to the people that I advise, people in the industry, people in Hollywood. I would have never imagined that. So now, all these years later, looking back, a little bit older, hopefully a little bit wiser, looking back, I don't know about the wiser part, but looking back, I'm realizing more now. I think just getting a little older, I'm realizing that I'm still, in my heart of hearts, I'm still that same 17-year-old kid that is in awestruck wonder of the Spirit every single day, every single day. And I got to the point where, and I'm so grateful, I'm so thankful for everything that I have. I'm so thankful for this life. I love it so much. But as far as book deals, tours, network contracts, the money, they can have, hell, I don't give a damn. They can have it all. I am more hungry now than I've ever been for the spirit world. And I feel like now I've caught my second wind and I'm just getting started. Hell, I'm just getting
God
started.
damn.
Because
You're a fucking inspiration. You're a fucking inspiration.
That's
God damn. I heard it with the neighbors
not
up, but
me.
god damn.
Not me, but it's only because of the power of the Spirit. Anything that happens in a show, anything that happens, and I feel it right now. Anything that happens in a show, anything that happens in a group, it's not me. So that's how, no matter whatever happens, I'm no better than anybody. I'm the least of the.
Want the leading role. You don't want the leading act. You really don't want that fucking role, do you? You won't take a fucking. I've literally told you, I'll get texts. I love you, my brother. Fucking 3 a.m. and shit. Just love, and I'll tell him back, you're the best. Nope, you're a legend. I'm like, he won't take a fucking compliment if it bit him on the ass. Modest, man. Your mom raised you well. God damn.
Hey, it's. I learned from you too. I mean, here's the thing. I think. Just something from my experience and something I'm still seeing. I'm still learning it every day that, what the world calls success, network contract, all of that, whatever success looks like to people.
You got a backer here. Go for it. We're here. I tell you, they will. Yeah.
All of that's going to come and go. The money's going to come and go. Book deals are going to come and go. Tours are going to stop. The spotlight's going to end. That connection to the spirit world, it's not going to end. Your connection to people in your life, it's not going to end. Good people in your life, that connection's real. When the money goes, when the TV shows end, when all of that shit ends, it's people that matter. And one thing we share with people at live events is, when we talk about the spirit world, we're not really talking about ghosts. We're talking about people. We're talking about a world filled with people, real people. So I tell people that so much of what I've learned about life, I've learned from the dead because they're real people there. They're not ghosts, they're people. And so just like this connection here in life, I'm drawn to real people. I'm drawn to people who hurt. I'm drawn to people who want to cry. I'm drawn to people who want to kill themselves because I've been there too. And I feel like so many times, in life, and I'm still learning, but I just feel like when you're in that moment and you say, you know what, I'm not alone. There's some power there in saying, I know I'm not alone. I know it feels like I'm alone. I know it feels like I'm going through hell, but I'm not alone. So I think if anything, I just want you to know you're not alone. I want everybody out there watching tonight to know, from me to you, you're not alone. You're not alone.
Fucking cry, dude.
I the power of the spirit right here in the office when I say that, because I want you all to know, no matter what it feels like, it's not an easy time to be in the world. But you're not alone. I promise you, you're not alone. And that's why we do what we do. And I know, Adam, that's why you do what you do, because you're a real person and you're sharing this.
I try to be, man. We're fucking tempted every day by the devil. You know that. I got nothing. My mom died. 2 of my best friends died before they turned 40 because of cancer and because of fucking a car accident and shit. I died in an accident for 38 seconds, was home. You know my whole deal. And I live 3 hours north of my girlfriend, 3 hours north of my closest family, my dad, 3 hours close to my dad. And I sit there and I love where I live, but sometimes I sit there, I'm just like, what the fuck, man? It's fucking hard, man. Life's hard, brother. And then all of a sudden I get a text from you and I smile. Certain times I get friends. Obviously the show is great. Donnie's great, but fucking, whew, you got me crying.
Yeah. You're feeling that power too, aren't you?
It's a good cry, though. It's a good cry because you know what? If I didn't cry, I'd be a fucking psycho. You got to have those feelings because if not, man, I miss my fucking mom, man. And I want to know, am I going to see her one day? Am I going to connect with her? I don't want to be an atheist. Oh, I'm an atheist. Oh, you're so fucking proud. Whoopee-doo. You die and you're a plant food. I want to make sure my fucking energy, this soul that we have, goes on. And you let people know that not only their loved ones, you get to go on and see them, but they think about you. And that's fucking big, dude. What you do is a public service. You should be paid triple what you're paid. I'm sorry. You're fucking amazing.
Well, I'm with what you just said, Adam. And I just it takes my breath away. Whenever I hear you say that, I just feel my spirit guides just like they're just wanting to connect right now. Like the spirits are just wanting to connect with people right now. That's really the message. It's encouragement. It's just to say, hey, you're not alone. That we're not alone in this world. We're not alone in this life. And I see people so many times, whether it's students that I'm teaching sometimes with mediumship or other psychics in the industry, other mediums or people, other investigators in the field. And sometimes there's that question of it's hard to believe, but can we really believe this? Can we believe this? And one thing that I'm realizing more and more, and again, I'm still learning after all these years. I don't have it all figured out. I'm still learning myself. But
Amen.
Once we make that decision to say, we're not going to straddle the fence anymore, either we believe it or we don't believe it. Either we're all in it or we're not. Now, that doesn't mean that we don't have moments of questioning, but I mean the simple belief of, are we going to believe this or are we not? I don't think there's any more time to waste because people are dying. There are people's lives on the line that are having experiences. They don't know what to do with it. Who are you going to call? Who are you going to call?
Amen.
Because the church more than likely won't be there for you.
Ken,
there's other things
Ken, you're the first. You're the first guest to get someone. You got Allie Bennett crying. You're the first guest to get someone to cry.
I love you.
She needed to hear that so badly today. She's sobbing. It's a good sob, brother. But you're the first to get someone to cry, so good for you.
I feel, and it's one thing that I try to share with people. Again, not to try to change their beliefs, but just from my own experience, is even when it's hard to believe. And some of this, and I've shared this with you, Adam. I've been in exorcism cases where it's been things that I'm seeing happen before my eyes, and I can't even believe it. It's like a movie, and I'm watching people levitating. That's not something I was there.
Yeah, you told me about that case, and you told me about that.
I'm watching this happen. So these things are hard to believe. It's hard to believe that mom and dad in heaven, that our grandparents, our aunts, it's hard to believe that they're still in, because we can't see it. It's hard to believe that. But here's the message: if you can believe, if you can make the choice. I get animated when I feel the power of the Spirit. If you can believe, anything's possible.
Amen.
If you can just believe, anything's possible.
Amen. Amen. Sorry to swear, but amen.
And I think that's one thing, and I don't mean that in the religious sense. I just mean that in believe in love, believe in the goodness of the people around you, believe that, hey, it's not all bad. I know it looks bad, but it's not all bad. It looks like we're alone, but we're not really alone. That simple belief, that's a doorway to the spirit world. And you don't have to train for that. You don't have to have me be a mentor to you for you to do that. That simple belief of I'm not alone, it's like the whole world. It's like the whole world changes. It's like the whole world changes.
It's a fucking relief, brother. Amen.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, take a shot with me. Take a shot. Cheers, brother.
Cheers.
You got fucking Allie Bennett in tears. You got Kimberly Trent from the War Legacy Foundation checking in, saying hello.
Love you. Thank you so much. I love you.
She sees it. She can't control it.
I love you. Thank you so much for being here. So many people tuning in. You're all beautiful. I love you. Thank you so much. I can't believe that I got to be the mystery guest to crash the Friday night party. How the hell did I
get out of here, brother. The best thing ever. Fernando from Chicago, Fernando Garanta says, thank you, Ken. I'm going through my own personal struggles myself, and it's good to hear you. So good. Thank you so much for checking in. Right there, Ken.
Can we go back
Fernando.
right there? Can we stay right there? Fernando, my friend, I just want to say, and if I may just say this to you from my spirit guides to you, this next chapter, it's about to be the hell of the best chapter for you. And I just want to tell you, you've come way too far. You've come way too far. The fact that you've not given up, I don't know what this means to you, my friend. I know it's been lonely, but just the fact that you've not given up, that's a big thing. It's a big, big thing. And so for me to you, I just want to say, I'm inspired by you, Fernando. So thank you for that, man. I love you. I love you so much. Thank you for
This
that.
fucking guy means it, Fernando. You can take my word for that. Jean Tewksbury, the mountain lion chaser, she works for International Cryptozoology Museum, the only one in the world there in Portland, Maine, looking for Bigfoot and all them stuff. She's what an amazing message, Kenneth. People are awestruck by you, man. Best surprise guest ever. Jean Tewksbury says, Gene, I love you. My sister from another mister, the wrestling fan. She's a good chick out there, and I got her movie still. I got to bring it back sometime. Ken, man. I got 10 minutes left. I'd love to go over if you don't mind. We don't.
Yeah,
I'm allowed.
I'm with you. I'm with you till the cows come home, as we say here in
Well, I
America.
got questions for you, and I want to get a little bit off the subject. I know that sounds mean, but I want to kind of get to know Kenneth Drake. Give me two bucket list locations, one for America and one for other than America that you haven't been that you got to go before you go. Come on now.
Okay, America. You know where I've not spent much time that I really want to is
my house in Maine.
Well, I mean that's a given. That's a given, of course. That's a given, of course. I was going to say Savannah, haunted Savannah, Georgia. I've never
never been.
I've been through there, but I've never gotten to spend as much time there as I'd like.
Don't you live close to that? No.
I do. It's close. It's let's see.
3 hours, 4 hours?
Probably a little more than that. A little more than that because it would be
okay. Well, that's fair.
Yeah. So
I do want to bring your ass to Salem, Massachusetts, so and find out where them fucking witches were hung. We got to go there and fill some shit up too. Though.
I was telling some the other day, someone very, very precious, very dear to me. But I believe this past month, Salem just opened up the Salem Witch Torture Museum. Are you familiar with that? They just opened up a new torture museum that has
no, that's new
information about all the torture devices from 1693 that were used in the.
I've been to the witch dungeon, but witch torture must have like the rack where they pull your arms, drawn cornered and shit. Wow!
I believe I saw the Facebook page of that. It looks incredible. There again, like I was sharing when we first started, that I can't do what I do without, or any success I've ever had has been because of powerful women in my life. Perfect example of that.
Your mom, your sisters.
Yeah.
Before we go other than America, before we go other than America, Kenneth, dude, I gotta ask you because we got so much time. I got so many fucking questions for you because you're an amazing.
Listen, I'm with you. We'll do this as long as you want. I don't care.
What's one of your favorite tours coming up? Like, what's one of the spots you haven't been to that's on your tour? Maybe.
Looking forward to. Let's see. And it's some of these places are still being confirmed, but I'm really looking forward to Chicago in 2024. Looking forward to Indianapolis in 2024. When we were on tour last year on the East Coast, so many people over the past 3 years have always said, "Hey, come to the West Coast, come to come to the Midwest." So now we're going to finally get to do that and connect with people. So I'm just interested to connect with.
You got to get Allie. Allie's coming, whether you get her or not.
Go ahead. Let's do it. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. There's a theater there called, and I don't believe it's actually been. I need to check on this. I don't know if it's been confirmed, but a theater in downtown Chicago called the Raven Theater. So we're looking at playing the Raven Theater. Adam, you and Heather, pack a bag.
Oh, I'd go to Chicago. I'd die. I'm a big Chicago Bears fan. I love Frank Sinatra. St. Valentine's Day Massacre happened in Chicago. The Bears, you know what I mean?
John Dillinger, all of the greats.
Oh, and you get Allie Bennett opening up for you. Have her selling her book there. You guys gotta get her book, Allie Bennett, dude. She's
first of all, Allie opening for me. First of all, no, I'm not even worthy to work her merch table. Okay, so she wouldn't open for me. She might headline the damn show, but she wouldn't be opening for me.
Allie's a great Allie. I had Allie on AJ, and they were just fucking phenomenal. And their kid, it was just great. Kimberly Trent from the Warren Legacy Foundation wants to know if you're coming to Kansas City, Kansas
City
area.
I don't know. I would love to.
I would love to. On the maybe list.
I would love to. I would love to.
Oh my God, y'all! Allie Bennett, second meet. You're absolutely amazing. We got ourselves a fan club. We got some other people. Kenneth, love to you and love to you both. Doreen says,
You.
Um,
Can we just?
Marshall in with
Can we just brag on Doreen? May we brag on Doreen? Miss Doreen
please.
Fox. She is a pioneer. For those of you that don't, and connect with her on Facebook, connect with her on social media. She's a treasure in my life. And
Send me a friend request, Doreen, or I'll send you one later.
She is a pioneer.
Namaste.
A pioneer in yoga, a yoga master, and she's a pioneer, bringing that to children, bringing that to students, and she's doing so much in North Carolina, but also across the whole nation. So, love her, love you, Doreen. Thank you for all you do.
I love how you build other people up, like me, Heather, Kat Lawson, Trish Tyler, all these people.
Love all of these people. See, that's the thing.
You build so many people up, and you don't have to, but you're such a good person, man. So give me one for other than America bucket list. We're gonna get back on track.
Milan, Italy.
I'm half Italian, Paisan. I'm from fucking yeah. We got 18 people watching, people loving you. You'd love to go to Italy to try the wine, try the food.
Yeah, well, both, all in Indian, all of the above. Indian, all of the above.
Try the women.
Yeah.
Yeah, who gives a fuck? The gloves are off at this point.
I'm gonna need another one of these after if you keep.
You son of a bitch. Ken's like, oh, you're making everybody's nipples hard. I go, yeah, you're making everybody's panties wet, you son of a bitch. I love this. Dude, we had so much fun in the parking lot talking. You have so much respect for your beautiful sisters, your beautiful mother, independent, strong females in life, and they built your character, but you're very manly. I dig that. You're very much a man's man. And dude, I fucking love you, man. I fucking don't say it to my guest often.
Yeah, I love you. I love you.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers. And all of you watching, cheers.
Cheers.
Friday
Doreen's blushing. Thank you, she says to Kenneth.
And something else about Doreen. Let's just have a love fest, okay? Because you can only take so much spotlight before you just have to give it away to everybody. Okay, so there's something about Doreen Foxwell. That's one of the many things about her that I love. Not only is she intuitive, but she has this incredible course, this yoga course that she's putting in schools. Children are being healed because of what she does. They're learning astrology because of what she does. So if you're
all connected then with the psychic world.
She really is. She really is. It really is. It really is. Hey, the question though is that when are you coming to the Magic City here in Birmingham, Alabama?
I'll fucking never leave. Fuck my job. I'll be like, peace out. Keep my fucking little mobile home and fucking. I fucking legit people will message me and text me. I'm like, yeah, whatever. And then with you, I'm like, I gotta message you back. You're on another level. Joe De Hoya, how cool is this? I don't know if he sent me something or what. You watching Joe or no? Joe from he's a podcast with cryptozoology. But man, I get tickled pink when I get.
I want to learn so much more about that. I was going to say I need to learn so much more about that. I want to learn from all of these people.
Not England or Scotland. Well, I'm sure that might be up there for Ken for as far as otherworldly besides Italy, right? You're open for anything, I think.
I'm open for something. I shared this with people. So many people that have inspired me have been tutors at the Arthur Findlay College in Essex, England. Never been able to be there in person because of my schedule, or we've just never been able to do it in person. But I would love to do England. In fact, would love to do that in the next few years, if possible. But the Arthur Findlay College, it's there. A lot of people may not know this. I'm a member of the SNU, which is the Spiritualist National Union there, and there's just British mediumship. They're into the really hardcore channeling, the hardcore trance, and I like it rough. So when it comes to the spirit world,
I like hardcore porn. I like hardcore porn, bondage and shit. So I think that's good.
When it comes to channeling, I tell them, you know what, give it to me. I want it rough. So
you gotta have a safe word, right, Ken? Let's see. Doreen says yes. Kids yoga meets astrology in the children's school. That's cool. I like when things. Why not think outside the box? And that's what our people in command don't want us to do, is think outside the box. Allie, thank you both for recognizing the strength and power it takes to be a woman. The support it makes us. Dude, I was raised by pretty much a single mom. My dad was there, but my mom pretty much raised me. My sister's grown a family on her own. Heather My girl, Witch and Life Guide, she raised 2 kids on her own. She's raising a kid through high school, making bracelets, being the best woman I've ever had in my life to me, treating me like a fucking prince. So yeah, dude, honestly, and most guys I meet, honestly, except for Drake, are scumbag pieces of shit. Most guys, dude, just think with their cock, and they're just pieces of shit. I'm sorry, but they are. So I can't help it. I like chicks, and I think most dudes have to earn my respect for me. You know what I mean? And I think Kenneth's right up there. So thank you, Ellie. I appreciate that.
Oh, man,
I'm getting off subject now because I'm getting buzzed.
You know, I was, in fact, I was, Allie, too. I was talking to someone very, very dear to me the other day about, think about, you know, when I think about, you know, I say this as a spiritualist because I that's sort of how, you know, when I think about mediumship, that's how I sort of, that's the philosophy I live by. Think about in 1848 when it started with 2 young girls and the Fox sisters and
in New York, the Fox sisters.
Yeah, and you know, I think the spirit world could have chosen anyone to change the world through mediumship, but the spirit world chose two young girls. So I think there's a lot to be said about the role women play in the power of the spirit world. And as a man, I'm still learning. I don't have that all figured out, but there's just something to it. So thank you to all the powerful witchy femmes out there. Thank you. I love you.
Dude, the fact that men used to beat their wives and just think it was okay to be dominant is bullshit. Not only do they give birth to your future, but they fucking take care of you. They're motherly figures, and women are stronger than men in pretty much every way, except for maybe the physical way, but even like certain wrestler chicks like China and shit are. Which, real quick, for my birthday, thank you so much, September 6th, a couple days ago. Thank you, everybody, for the shout outs. Triple Goddess Cannabis and Apothecary in Brownville, Maine, gave me a bunch of weed for free. Panama Red.
What?
I went in. I go. I'll take
gift that keeps on giving. The birthday gift of champions
for $20, and she goes, "I'll give you a fucking here's 6 for your birthday." I said, "Here's 20." In Brownville, Maine, they work at an old gas station. Two older women, and they sell their apothecaries. They get their puppy there. Good chicks in the middle of nowhere, Maine, by Mount Katahdin, where the Indians reside.
Wow.
So shout out to Triple TGC Cannabis on Facebook. Triple Goddess Cannabis. They got like 140 likes. Please like them, guys. Show them some love. Oops, sorry for the burp. This joint's for you guys. Panama Red.
People are still tuning in. Thank you so much to everyone. Love you so much. Thank you so much.
Give me 2 of your favorite places you've been that you have been in America and other than America. If you have been outside of America.
Well, I don't know if I've ever shared this with you. You know, my mom's mom, my grandmother, she came from Japan in 1950. So that's part of my heritage. And so I was much younger. We went there, and that was an experience I'll never forget. So wait, what was the other question?
The places you've been in America and other than America that you've been. Obviously, other than America, that's good. But like your favorite, like if you got to go, I'd love to go back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Cambridge, Massachusetts is one of my favorite places. Got to do did a few events there in Cambridge. Right there at Harvard Square. Beautiful area. It's one of my favorites. There's just such a historic. It's the feel there. It's like, you know, so much of
history. Cambridge is where a lot of shit started. AJ's like, it's free. Yeah, the joint was free. Love you both. Thank you, Fernando. So yeah, that's cool. I mean, I've been to South Korea. It's pretty amazing. That's cool. So Massachusetts, you got a hard for that between Quincy, Cambridge, and hopefully one day Salem. I think you in the Salem Village in front of the old witch house would be an amazing.
They would burn me at the stake. Are you kidding me?
Oh my God,
I would be burned at the stake now if I went to Salem. Forget the 1600s. I would be burned there today if I went.
He's a witch. Light him up. But one way to go though, Kenneth.
Yeah. Oh, that's the only way to go. That or on a.
I fucking love you.
I want to be drawn and quartered. That's what I want.
Ah,
And then I want my remains to be burned atop a funeral pyre in the middle of some
fucking A, man. We're into an hour now. That's fine. We're gonna go an hour and a half if you don't mind. We're gonna go another 15 minutes. I gotta ask you questions. I've asked you this before, but a lot of people are new. We still got 15, 16 people watching. That's crazy.
Thank you
Usually
so
down to
much.
like
Thank you so much for being on tonight. Thank you for thank you for letting me be the mystery guest. Surprise, it's me.
Oh,
Thank
take them
you.
glasses off for a second. Show them eyes. Show them people
Oh,
what them eyes look like. Look at this beautiful man. Dude, he is legit. I told Heather, I said, I wonder if he's gonna literally, we're gonna get there. He's gonna go, yeah, there's your room, see you later, and ignore us. And you were up my ass like a fucking stalker. Like you were treating me really cool. I thought for sure you'd ignore me, but you were quite the opposite, brother.
You know, let's stay right. Can we stay there just for a minute?
You're gonna make me cry, man. You're really good to me.
I think a lot of with just the industry, with what I do, and I've had some success over the years with what I get to do, and I know that, I know that I have, and I'm grateful for it. But I think there's this air of, he never really does. He declines most interviews. He's some pretentious bastard. I promise that's not it. That's never that. That's never it. Or I hope that's not it. I hope that's not the case. But it's just I'm just me. I'm just me. And but when meeting you was like meeting a celebrity. I've watched the show. I was a fan of the show before we
Fuck you.
met.
Fuck you. You know how built I got from New York Times because you gave me an interview with them and I got built up. And I'm like, who the fuck? Then you give me a show in Quincy and I got like 10 new follows, 15 new follows the next day, 8 new friends. People buying shit at my merch table, and you give me money to boot and buy me a drink. You practically suck my dick. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, don't bullshit me. I'm not a fucking legend, dude. Not like you, brother. You're hooking me up. I've had nothing. I came from nothing. I literally was homeless with not a car, and I pretty much was gonna hang myself. I would have slit my fucking throat if my knife was sharp enough. And people like you, man, don't make me cry. But you're a life changer. Follow Medium Kenneth Drake on Wikipedia, Instagram. Let's plug the shit out of you. Where the fuck are you available right now?
Not many places, honestly.
You're gone on Facebook.
Like I said earlier, we're I promise you, for those of you that are watching, we're working on it. Okay, from me to you, I promise you, we're working on it. Like I said earlier, this is the first time in probably 2 decades, honestly, that I've not had a full team of managers, publicists, PR people. So, and I actually like it that way. I don't want to be inaccessible to people. I don't. It's not my intention to be inaccessible to people.
Dude, you're making fucking Doreen get all excited in the fucking area here. Your eyes are mesmerizing. Your eyes are always smiling. Both your souls, from a man of Gerard, 2 witches, spooky spirits. You're both a marrying soul.
Now, speaking of legends, may we just honor this powerful goddess?
She drove down to go see us, dude. She was vacationing in Salem from Georgia, and she drove down to Quincy to see us at our show with her daughter and husband and another daughter.
Yeah, I love you. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you. I'm so glad to see you. Would love to see
you.
you.
Do you realize the following you have, Kenneth? Do you realize, Drake, the following you have?
I'm a blessed man to have these amazing people in my life. I can't even, cheers to that. Cheers to all of you. I am just, I still, sometimes now I still can't believe it. I mean, yesterday or 2 days ago, and again, for those of you that are just tuning in, forgive us. Like I was saying earlier, this is the first time in a long, long time that it's just a small team of people behind the scenes. So we're getting this set up, I promise. So when you send a message, I promise we get it, see you, you matter, we will be responding. But I didn't know. And this is like we were talking about, Adam. I didn't know that.
You really are modest.
I didn't know that within 1 day we would have more than 500 messages about wanting events. I didn't know that. That's shocking to me.
People had to stand in Quincy. There weren't enough seats for people. People were standing by my table going, is there any more seats? I go, no. Like, people were standing to see you, Ken. Drake, people were saying, look, you're making I don't even want to go there. You're just making people feel electric right now. Let's put it that way. Your eyes are electric. My, oh my. Love you guys.
Love you. I love you. Thank you so
This
much.
is literally. I mean, I get shows and people tune up. I haven't gone below double fucking numbers. You're like a ratings whore. This is perfect. Thank you.
Thank you so
What
much.
else? Okay, I want to hear some
What I'm
shit.
saying-
You were a gothic kid. You were into type O. Well, give me some bands. You were into type O, I bet. Type O negative. What were you into for music?
Oh my
You like
God,
Acid Witch
no.
now because of me. Acid Witch, yeah.
All of it. The Cure. I mean, all
Bjork
of it.
was nutty. Yep.
Yeah. Went
What's
through
one of
my
your oldest though from childhood?
you know,
Beatles, Creedence, like what? Like
let's see. I don't. It's hard. I don't. So many. There's so.
I wanted to catch you off guard.
There's so many.
Give me 4 or 5.
Honestly, this is something a lot of people may not know. My all-time favorite, Stevie Nicks. There will never be another Stevie Nicks. There will never be another Stevie Nicks.
I go crazy on you. I go crazy on you.
Wait, no, that's
oh
Heart.
my God, so
Wait,
hot.
was that Crazy on You is
Stevie
Heart?
Nicks?
Or is that Heart? I may be
Oh
wrong.
fuck, that was hard. Shit,
Is that
I'm
hard?
an idiot. You're right.
No, but
Fuck me.
but also Anne and Nancy Wilson, two other powerful goddesses out there. So another round of applause for powerful women.
I tell you, dude, women. Oh, there we go. There's my boy now. Nice hat, Adam. Donnie Green, the trucker in Pet
Oh my
Cemetery.
goodness! Oh
The babe
man,
killer.
hey, Donnie, we love you, the legend himself, Donnie Green. Thank you for tuning in, sir. Thank you for.
He's going to be doing a meet and greet in Florida, hopefully coming up to Maine. The truck he drove that killed Gage in Pet Cemetery has been refurbished. It's in Maine. He might be driving that parade.
Wait,
I'd love to meet him.
Do you mean the actual truck is going to be on tour? So you guys are going to be doing?
They refurbished the truck in the movie. It was sitting in a fucking log yard in Maine, and it's got a little thing in the dashboard that says this truck was used in Pet Cemetery in 1988. For us old bastards, we know that, and that's I'd love to be associated with Stephen King. You know me, dude. I love him. Which I want to ask you a personal question. What's your favorite Stephen King book and/or movie?
Oh my goodness!
Yes, on the spot. Yes, the red seat, the hot seat.
That's difficult. Let's see.
This is the most I think you sweat the whole show, brother.
That's difficult. That's difficult.
Come on. I mean, Pet Cemetery is the usual big one, but I mean, I love Carrie. I mean, I don't know. They're all good. It's hard to pick a fave. I get what you're saying.
You know, I'm gonna have to go with Shining. I mean,
Ooh, yeah. You know what's funny? That was my first horror movie. I was 7. My stepfather went hunting. My mom was watching it, and I stayed up and watched it. And she goes, "You're gonna go to the same high school as him in a couple of years," because he went to Lisbon High School where I went, and he lived in Durham. And I watched that movie, The Shining, when the girls come out of the elevator, blood and Danny Torres.
Yeah.
How do you feel? Okay, that brings me to another question, Drake. What do you do on movies, like horror movies? Do you feel them so much? I know you're an empath too. Do you feel that shit?
You know, I'll tell you this, and I don't know if you and I ever talked about this, but last year I did. It was a very limited engagement of a few podcasts. Last year was a show that I created years ago called Voices of the Dead. And we're going to come back with what was going to be called Hollywood Haunted. But with my schedule, like I was saying earlier, I'm not able to do this as much as I would like.
Busy guy.
But, so I actually got to, and this was, for me, this was one of the highlights of my whole life, getting to commemorate the 50th anniversary of The Exorcist with Eileen Dietz, Hollywood horror icon.
I saw that. You were supposed to have me on your show. You never did because you didn't last long, but you had her as your first guest, bro.
And
Fuck,
so and then followed that up with Michael Graves, the former lead singer of the Misfits. So there's the premise of the show is there are these moments where I think in horror it just brings out something beautiful. But I think for me, The Exorcist was the film that really just. By the way, they're coming out with the new Exorcist, Exorcist the Believer, coming out I believe next month. Can't wait for that.
Next month, October. Yeah.
Yeah. So
well, that was my next question, Drake. What was your favorite horror movie?
I live the movie. I live the movie every day. So that's the thing. I live it. I live this every day.
Art meets reality. Well, I was going to move you to the next question. Give me a couple movies that you really like that influenced you. I guess Exorcist is one.
Let's see.
What's some favorites?
Horror movies?
Yeah, or movies in
Horror.
general. Like, I like Steel Magnolias, no shame.
Of course. Oh, of course. Let's see. I was talking to someone just the other day. The 1967 Warren Beatty, Faye Dunaway, Bonnie and Clyde classic. Really enjoyed that. Let's see.
You're an old school guy. I can see you with some wine and a cigar watching some old school.
The thing is that people may be shocked by this. I love a good 90s rom-com. I admit it. I like a good Hugh Grant movie. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Throwing people off there. Did I get to music?
You didn't expect that, did you?
No, I didn't. That one sent me for a loop. It's kind of a boner killer, but we'll go there. Did we get to music yet? I know I mentioned typo. We kind of strayed off because I'm fucking drunk and stoned right now.
Wait, now what are you drinking? What are you drinking over there? What are you drinking?
So it's really cheap. It's $2.50, but it's 9.9%, and it's got a bear on it.
Oh, I need to screenshot.
So I've had two of them. That's like 18%, and I've had a joint. So I got a good. I drove 3 hours after working 5 hours at work. Shitty fucking day at work.
Oh, and then I got you were going to tell me. You were going to tell me about that. You said today.
Well, I don't want to get into it. It's not about me. But you messaged me and we talked about it, and you set me at ease, man. You have that in your voice. You have that in your text. Man, I don't know where to go with this because you're like a legend. I can't. An hour and a half isn't even enough to say how I feel about you. And we got 15 minutes left, 14 minutes left. We're 9:30. I want to plug one more time. Where can people find you?
If I make a comeback to a podcast, will you be my first guest, please?
Are you kidding me? I'd suck your dick sideways. So where can people find you? Google, Facebook?
Yeah. Well, we're in the process now. Like I was saying, we're in the process of, and again, I can't thank all of you enough for first of all, the interest. I mean,
sorry for swearing.
When we made the announcement yesterday that I would be doing not just the tour next year, but home groups, private events, in-person readings this fall, within 6 hours, I got over 600 messages from people wanting, and I can't. I have no words for that. The fact that you'd want to spend time with me, thank you for that, first of all. But the new website is coming. I promise, be patient. Okay, be patient. Like I was saying, this is my first time in about 25 years that I've not had a whole team of people. Now what you see is what you get. It's just me with a very small team. Kind of like it that way. Get to connect with you in person. You can always reach out. It may take me a while to respond, but I promise you, I see you. Your messages matter. You mean so much to me. So thank you. But yeah, so we've got that coming up. You can also add me on Facebook, send me a friend request. It's me. Don't even people think I'm either they think I'm crazy or that either they just don't know what to think about it. But I don't have a fan page. I've not had a website in probably 15 years. And the reason for that though is, and the networks always controlled all of that for me. Some of the psychics, so they would handle all of that. So now, actually getting out there with people for the first time in a long time, now it's a little bit of a learning curve, and I've been so behind the scenes. I want to say thank you to the Los Angeles Tribune and thank you to New York Today because they've been a big part of, as you know, and they love you, by the way, Adam. They love you. So
they gave me an interview, dude, and I fucking blew up. I got 100-something likes. People liking the page. I go, holy shit!
What did you think? What did you think about that? Did that shock you?
I thought, I'm sorry. Real quick, I'm sorry, Linda. I didn't mean to say the second sideways comment. Me and Drake have a sick sense of humor, and when we get buzzed, we talk shit to each other, and we just kind of laugh. So I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that. That was kind of rude.
What was the comment?
When I said I'd suck your dick sideways, she was like, what? Right after. I was like, oh, I didn't mean that. I meant as a joke. I'm sorry. But what I'm saying is, like, Ken has gone to bat for me. Ken's like, New York Times, New York Tribune wants to talk to you. I gave a couple fucking quotes. Next thing you know, I'm in a write-up, and I'm reading, like, I got, like, fucking 80 new likes, and people are messaging me, and I'm getting fucking stars sent to my Facebook. Like, wow.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I have a few. And it's not because I'm special. I've just been in it for so long, so I know a lot of people in a lot of different industries. But everything they said was true. So that I can't take credit for that. They did that because you
Oh,
are
you bullshitter.
two
The thing
seasons.
is with the thing is, dude, I
Two
don't.
seasons. Round of applause for historically haunted.
Dude, I have no stock in your life. I can't sway anybody in your favor, and you're literally boosting me for nothing. You're a fucking angel sent from my mother, sent from heaven. I feel like I know my shit and I'm not recognized, and you're like the first one to be like, "Yo, I'll pay you to come out to Quincy to fucking stand with me."
Do you know
And
what?
I
Do you know
went
what
out
started
there
it for
and
me? You made, and I didn't know this because when my uh, former partner and I were doing the tour in Massachusetts, I was trying to learn the area, and you said the first Howard Johnson is in Quincy. You taught me that, so I thought this. I
no,
know
Dunkin' Donuts.
isn't the first Howard? Was it the first Howard Johnson that's also
First Howard Johnson's in Beverly, Massachusetts, but the
okay?
first Dunkin' is in Quincy. And you're like, "We're leaving tonight." I'm like, "What? You're not staying tonight?" You're like, "I'll pay for your hotel room." I'm like, "No." And you're like, "Here's $100." I'm like, "Holy fuck!" And you're like, "Want a drink?" I'm like, "Holy fuck!" And
I
next thing
don't
you know,
know that
Wendy
I did.
Bulger's great niece is like, "Y'all want a drink?" I'm like, "Wendy." She has her card that says Misty Bulger or something. I go, "I'll get the fuck out of here." You can't make this. When are you writing a book?
Did you
When are
send
you
her?
writing a goddamn book?
Did you send her a friend request? Did you add her on Facebook?
Oh yeah, she said to me, yeah. But when you're writing a book, Ken, you've lived a dog's life, brother.
Yeah, there's that's something I get asked about a lot. I actually wrote one last year, but here's the thing. Had a few discrepancies with publishing over that because when you've been an advisor to Hollywood people, you know, I want to tell the whole story and I don't want anything censored. So I always said, if this
No,
book is going to be done, then I want it to be done word for word the way that I want it done. So
great.
yeah, so that book, it's a book that's in the works. It's called Branded by the Spirits: A Life Between Worlds, and it's my 25 years. That'll be coming at some point, but you know, autobiographies are self-serving. Let's write a book about something else. Nobody's interested in reading the story of my
I
life.
love that. I'm kind of trying to write my own book too on my travels, and a manager already said I'm waiting on a book from both
Let's
of
talk
you.
about that, Adam. Now you've been working on that for a while. How's that?
Well, oh, Alexis Aaron from Candles by Alexis. What's up, girl? What's up? Honestly, dude, it's been good. I went through some mental struggles. I worked at a place and they didn't pay me for 2 weeks, almost 3 weeks. So I quit and I almost got evicted because I didn't pay rent and I lost my cool. Well, not to get personal. I'm only human and I don't reach out to people when I'm broke, but I lost my fucking money, man. My car died and I came into some money recently because I've been selling some shit, which sucks. So I got a new job. So I'm going to try to write, but I want to write in the mindset right now, dude. Honestly, if it weren't for Heather and people like you, if it wasn't for this show and my audience, I don't know, man.
Yeah, yeah, and
Fucking
that's
hard.
real. That's real. What you're saying is real. I can relate to that. People think there are some. I mean, I'm sure. I don't know what people think, but I'm sure people think, oh, he's been in Los Angeles, Tribune, New York networks. He never has any cares in the world. We all do. We all do. And that's when you say that, man. That's why the whole world loves you because you're relatable. You're not somebody that's out here just trying to. One thing I tell people is, yeah, all of the spotlight stuff, it's going to go away. So when people think, that if I'm any success I've ever had, it's all because of this. It's all because of the spirit world. It's all because of the spirit world. So, you know, it's just relatable, man. What you say, the way you say it, you connect. Your audience loves you. Your audience
Well,
loves you.
with you too, though, you don't hold
Yeah.
back, Ken. Dude, Drake, you don't bullshit. You're up there and you drop a couple cuss words. You tell people life sucks, but guess what? Hold on. And I think people need to hear that, right? No?
I think so. I think so. I shared when I got to have the honor of being on with you. I've probably talked your ear off. We've probably gone way over. I'm sorry if I have.
Well,
But
fuck off. Keep going, brother.
we're just going to say, I know we talked about this when I was on with you last time. The case in something I'm I don't know that it's what I'm most known for, but it's what I'm asked about the most, is the exorcism case in Hyannis that I advised on. And, you see so many people going through so many dark things, but I don't just mean ghosts or poltergeist. I don't mean any of that. Just life sometimes is dark. To hell with the ghosts. Life itself
Well,
is
I'd rather
dark.
be haunted than be alone, brother. I'm
Yeah.
in a town of fucking 1,200 people, 3 hours north of where my closest relative is. And I'm sitting in this town by the Appalachian Trail going, what the fuck am I doing out here? Rent? Okay. I bought my home for $20,000. I bought a trailer, fully furnished. We're talking washer, dryer, couch,
Wow.
fucking bed, bro. 20 grand. I pay $255 a month for lot rent in a private parking lot.
I want to pack a bag. I want to relocate.
I literally live in the middle of nowhere. I'm 45 minutes from Bangor, 45 minutes from Mount Katahdin. I live in a town that no one even knows about. I didn't even know it existed in my own fucking state until I saw it on Craigslist. And I bought this place, and I sit there alone for 5 or 6 days because I work there. I don't work weekends. I told me I need weekends off to see my girl and shit. But I work there alone till my girl moves up, bro. And I feel like, I get to the point where fuck. And then I start seeing some things that you post, and I'm like, this fucking cat, you're miles away from me. You're states away from me. You're in fucking South America, Southern. You're alone now,
Basically, yeah.
but you're dealing with the same shit with Ken. What keeps you driving, man?
You mean just in life, or what do you mean?
In general, I guess, yeah. I mean, I don't know. As me to you, brother, as Adam to Ken, as Adam to you, man. What keeps you going? Fuck it. Here's another day. Let's go. I want to know, man. Seriously.
Yeah.
Fuck it. I'm buzzed.
Honestly, that's a good question. I wish I had an answer to that, because I just feel like I'm just stubborn as hell. Honestly, I'm evil and stubborn as hell, and I refuse to die. I told somebody the other day. I said, if you want me to die, you're gonna have to take my head off, and even then, it's gonna take some work. The only way to stop me is to take my damn head off. I'm a vampire. That's the only way to stop me. And even then, it's going to take some work. I'm determined. I'm determined that I think this is really what it is. And this is what I tell myself. And again, I don't have it all figured out. I'm still learning myself.
Tell me. I want to know.
I think if you have a dream and a vision, whatever that is, I think it's already in you to accomplish that. And I don't think you're done until you've done it. You know what I mean? I don't think you're done until you've done it. There's a lot for you to do. And that's why you're still here. And I think that's a message for other people out there too, You're not done because you're still doing it. You're not done yet. The fact that you're still here, you're still doing it. There's still a lot.
You're a fucking life's cheerleader. I'm so blessed to know you. Natalie, what about Goddess Arising? You guys are no, it's Triple Goddess Cannabis in Brownville, Maine. But Kenneth, thank you so much for saying we're great. Kenneth is just in tune with all that stuff. We love you, Adam. Thank you so much, John.
I want to go back to that beautiful someone. Beautiful someone.
Natalia.
Goddess. Now, I do have a book that I'm in the process of working on. And this is, and thank you to this beautiful, beautiful angel. I love you for even bringing this up. It's a book that I've actually had in the works for a long time. I don't know if I shared this with you, Adam. I used to be published a lot in Sedona Journal. So when I started automatic writing, a lot of that was published in Sedona Journal. So I got a book that I'm working on. Speaking of powerful witchy femmes, all the powerful goddesses out there, all the powerful women out there. Thank you for being in the world. Thank you for teaching us. Thank you for teaching me. But got a book that I'm working on. It's not, in fact, this is actually more, truth be told, than I just did something with the Los Angeles Tribune that should be coming out soon, but they asked about this. This is actually more important to me than the autobiography that's going to be coming out. So it's a book that I'm working on. It's called Goddess Arising, and it's about feminist liberation theology and modern spiritualism. So the idea of the whole power of the spirit world, it's because of women. That women help us experience the spirit world. So it's this whole idea that, in some way, women in the world are teaching us to be more intuitive and connected to spirit. You know, so I think about my
Grounded.
success. I think about
Grounded.
my success in life. Think about my mom. Think about my mom being a single mom. When I see, you and I have the same story. Is that's why we relate so well, because we're the same. We're the same. You know, and I love the
Amen.
fact. And everybody out there watching, we've all got stories. And I bet, if you think about the times that you needed something most, there's some powerful woman somewhere that helped. You know, whether it was your mom.
Dude, they don't
Think
say
about
Mother Earth for
it.
nothing. They don't say mother. You know what I mean? Adam the Planet Venus was in RX and messed with a lot of our money. Thanks to God, is coming RX October show. Thank you guys. If you guys appreciate the show, send some stars too. I don't need a lot of money, but send some stars. I got like $35 saved. I can't cash out till I get 50, and I've had $35 saved for like 4 years on the show. So not that I want money, but fuck Facebook keeping my money. So
Yeah.
I'm still here for a reason. John says.
I just want to say thank you. Before we run out of time, I just want to say thank you. Thank you. And most of all, Adam, thank you.
I gotta have you back.
Thank you
I
to
gotta
the
have you back.
thank you
You're
to you.
phenomenal. You killed an hour and a half with over 13 people are watching. We're gonna milk 5 more minutes, Drake. I'm sorry, dude. I'm gonna fucking rob you. I'm gonna rape you right now.
Yeah,
5 more.
I'm here as long as you want. I'm here as long.
I will say
Thank you
if
so much.
you're consenting, it's not rape if you
Thank
agree with
you.
it. Drake, give
Thank
me
you.
some food, brother. What do you do after a big show? What do you do the next day? What do you do before a big show? What's your dinner? What's your go-to? What's your specialty?
Oh,
Let's
these are
go.
good
Let's talk
questions.
food.
Let's see. Uh, Pappy Van Winkle,
Ah, you
22-year-old.
bastard. Yo,
Like
give me
I
some
was sharing
chewable.
with her
Give me
with a
some
gift.
chewables. Are you a steak
This
guy?
was
You got to
this
be a
was
steak guy. No,
I do. Yes, I do. I enjoyed that. This
you're
is a
blood rare. You're a
22-year-old.
vampire.
Oh, you know, believe it or not, people are shocked. They may think that medium well.
Fair, fair, fair. Okay. Give me your favorite pizza. Pizza topping.
Oh,
Come on,
let's
get
see.
fat on me.
Let's see.
Fuck you. Get fat on me.
Oh, all meat, a meat pizza.
Okay. Okay. Oh, look, Allie wants to come back on. You, us, and her. You, me, and her, like a menage a trois. Us three as a show. Two
I would be
psychics
honored.
and a
I would
historian.
I would be honored. I'm not even worthy to share a stage with you guys. I would
I
be so
want to
honored.
have a I want to have a Christmas show the week before Christmas with some of my favorite guests. I'm allowed to have it with the 5 on this platform. I'd love to have you and Allie. I'll
Oh,
message you
let's do
later.
that. Yeah, let's do that. I would love to do that. Allie's doing some incredible things. She's doing some
Doreen,
incredible.
send me a friend request, Doreen. You fucking awesome person.
She's awesome. Doreen is awesome. I want to say thank you to Natalia Latham for bringing up that question a moment ago. She's an inspiration. I don't even have
Good
words.
people. I think you turned me on to someone. You turned someone on to me. John Byrne, you're up in Seattle, Washington. Blessings to you, Adam and Kenneth. Excellent show. Just keeps getting better with a heart. Allie Ben, oh my God, I'd be honored. Us three.
Thank you
Um,
so much. Thank you so
I'm gonna
much.
steal. I'm gonna steal a good 8 minutes of you because fuck it, we're going to 8:40. Fuck them.
Okay.
If there's
All right.
downstairs going, hurry up. Um,
Listen, this is my first show, and I don't even probably over 2 years. Over 2 years. Well, whenever we
It's
did a
almost
show,
been 2 hours, but it feels like it's been 10 minutes because you're
yeah.
fucking so informative. What do you have for a saying for anybody out there that's hurting, that really needs to keep going? Do you have something to say to someone like that?
Yeah, yeah.
What was yours?
I feel, and it's something I shared when we first got to connect, and right now, I just feel the power of the spirit world to say this to people wherever you are. No matter what you've gone through, no matter what you've done, no matter what you believe, that's really the message: is that you're not alone. All right, you're not alone, and it's not my job to preach to you or tell you what to believe, but I just want you to know. All right, there's still some good here. I know it doesn't seem like it. I know it doesn't. I know it seems really lonely sometimes. But with what I do, and I'm so honored for so many of you, I've gotten to be a part of this with you. For some of you, we've grown up together. But over the years, I've gotten to hear so many of your stories. And what it all comes down to is you're here. You're here because you've still got something to do. And I'm so glad, from me to you, I'm so glad, me as myself, as Kenneth Drake, not Kenneth Drake, the New York Times Los Angeles psychic, me as Kenneth Drake, the man. I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you for still being here. Thank you for still being in the world. You don't have to be here. You could have checked out a long time ago. I'm glad that you didn't. And so from me to you, and from the spirit world to you, thank you for still being here. I'm so glad you're still here. Thanks for hanging out with us a little bit longer. Thanks for having a drink with us tonight. Thanks for just being alive. I mean, because
We're
you
not
don't
going
have.
till we finish it. We got 5 minutes left to go. You got me crying. You got me having a boner and crying at the same time. We're gonna finish our drink. There we go. You glorious bastard. For you coming into my look at that, Amanda. Oh my God, it would be awesome. Ellie Bennett says, Amanda, love you both. Amanda Gerard, 2 witches, spooky spirits. Cheers.
Love
Ken,
them. Love your show. I'm a fan. I've been a fan from the very beginning, and
you, of
I'm so
course you,
honored.
dude. Every time I go on, I think of you, dude. There's not people can call each other brother and friend in real life. You made it a point to go. You know how many people have gone to Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Connecticut, and not invited me to come see them? You did. I'm not a fucking
It
idiot.
would. Well,
I'm not a fucking idiot. If people in Maine don't want to work with me at Fort Knox or want to work with me at the Parafest or the fucking Chris Sanders don't want to work with me at fucking Sleepy Hollow Con, then I'll find motherfuckers on my own like Donnie Green to sponsor me and go to Florida next week to fucking go to Paracon. And I'll find Reverend fucking Medium Drake. I don't need anybody. My mom died. I died for 38 seconds. My friends both died before they turned 40. I have nothing to live for but my girl Heather, and I'm going to live life with real people like fucking Medium Kenneth Drake. And you know this. Am I right?
No, I know. Listen, you're my brother. You're not. I don't just know you from show business, and this is something that I want people to know. I would do anything I can
I fucking love you, man.
to support any of my paranormal friends. But honestly, the spotlight, it doesn't mean anything to me. So when I see real people,
You deserve it.
real
You
people,
deserve it.
and
You deserve to be known.
and I'm grateful for all the success.
Why do you go from West Coast to East Coast and sell out shows? Because you're fucking known, but you're fucking humble. Pardon my French. With 4 minutes to go, Kenneth Drake, I'm going to kiss that white ass of yours. And I'm going to tell you that you're one of the coolest people I've got to meet, because I tell people every week on the show, if I come to Maine, I'll meet you. Or if I come to the area. And then I look and I go, oh, they're coming to Massachusetts. And they didn't want to hang out with me. Fuck them. Okay. I want to ask them back on my show because I don't need them. You know why? Because I get the dude from fucking It, Marlon fucking Taylor, the one of the black dude from the It, the Losers Club. I got Sandy Johnson, who's in Playboy, and Mike Myers' first kill, and his sister. Right. I got Hollywood people on my show. Why do I need people that act like they're better than me, that are in my own state doing Fort Knox shit and Parafest shit? They don't want to invite me. When I got someone like you who goes, come to Quincy, you give me money from a hotel room. You buy me drinks. You let me set up a table for free, collect everything for free, and you do a reading in front of about 500 people, and you act like you're a nobody.
It's just, you're going to make me tear up, okay? I'm just so grateful. Not me as psychic medium Kenneth Drake. I mean me as Kenneth Drake the man. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful I get to do this. I'm so grateful I get to see people like you. I'm so grateful that I get to wake up every day. And this power of the spirit world. I was 17 years old. I was ready to kill myself, and the spirit changed my life. So now, all these years later, everything I have, every single dime, every single contract, all of it, they can take it all. It's because of the power of the spirit world. And so
amen
about it is, and the thing is though, that same power, you don't have to go through mediumship training or psychic development. That power,
you're bigger than that.
Power is in you. That same power is in everybody. So just know, I think that's the message. You're not alone. We're all in this together. You're not alone. And I'm so thankful that I'm so grateful that if I died tonight, I've lived a life where I've had moments where I can't even imagine. When I was 17 years old, I would have never dreamed I would have the industry connections that I had. Meeting people, being a psychic advisor to people that you see on television every day. I would have never imagined that. I wasn't asking for that. But through it all, you know what's the most important thing? These connections like this. These connections like, because you know what? Let me share something with you, Adam. This is really, this will be my last message to people, if I may. People that you see on television, people that say, let's say you've got them on your Spotify right now. These people that I've advised behind the scenes sometimes. You know, when it comes to it, you know what their questions are? Breakups, relationships, money. Because at the end of the day, we're all the same. We're all the same. We're all the same. I don't care how successful they are. They're all the same. We're all the same. We're all battling the same
Why do you
thing.
think these billionaires hang themselves? Why do you think fucking Robin Williams killed himself?
Mm-hmm.
Depression is real. Shit doesn't matter. Money's bullshit. So you get to buy a
Comes and
better
goes.
steak.
Comes and goes. Nothing. It comes and goes. It'll come and go.
Real quick before we go, Allie Bennett, love you, Adam. Thank you so much, Allie. I'm so grateful for you and Drake. Awesome, appreciate you. Doreen, Adam, you meant to share the story of those that feel the same. Keep telling the truth. As a New Yorker trapped in or North Carolina, I appreciate your language. I don't know if it's a good thing or bad thing.
One of the many reasons.
Drake, with about 2 minutes to go, brother. I gotta have you back. Maybe a holiday show. I'll have 4 or 5 of you. I'd love to have you with Callie on.
Hey, you know, we've got Halloween coming up. Let's do something.
I'll give you some dates, man. What do you want to leave people with, man? I hate to fucking go. I feel like we just started. What can you leave people with?
Just know this, okay? Just know this. Nothing special about me. Just know this. We're not alone. We're not alone. And no matter where you're at tonight, I want you to know, from me to you, from Kenneth Drake to you, from the spirit world to you, you're not alone. You're going to make it. Okay, I don't know who this message is for, but it's a very simple message, and it's a message that I think
out there.
You're going to make it. You're going to make it. You've come too far. You can't stop now. You're going to make it. And I want to say thank you. Thank you for letting me crash the Friday night party. Thank you for letting me be the special mystery guest.
Second medium, Allie Bennett. Amazing show, fellas. Can't wait to collab. Sending you both so much love. Allie, you're one of the youth in the field that we love. You're a mother. You and your husband are raising your girl. You're doing your own thing. You're writing a book. Hey, guys, check out Allie Bennett, Psychic Medium Allie Bennett on Facebook. Get her fucking book. I got it signed. I got to start reading it soon. I got to start finishing my own book, but I got to read it soon.
Can't wait. I can't wait. You guys inspired me to finish
Allie,
mine.
Amen, John says. Amanda Gerard, great show. Bless you both. With about 3 minutes to go, Kenneth, do you have a YouTube channel?
I don't. Can you believe that?
No Instagram, nothing like that. I'd love to run one for you. Let me know and I can get one going for you. Get you some money. Get you some views.
I would say this though, for people that have asked. I know I've mentioned this a few times throughout the show. Promise we're in the process of getting everything set up. I didn't realize. I never would have expected when the announcement was made. They would have over 600 messages.
Dude, 20 plus years. You're a legend. People want to know what Kenneth fucking Drake is doing, brother. Sit at home, drink your fucking alcohol, jerk off to some good old bondage porn, but let people know what's going on. And let me know because I run some good shit. I watch porn and I can still run fucking 8 different pages for Christ's sake. Half my likes are from my own pages if you look. But whatever, man.
Well, it's smart marketing. It's smart marketing though. So you're a genius.
That's it,
you are
man.
a genius marketer.
If you're not your biggest cheerleader, who is? Kenneth Drake, medium. Kenneth Drake, medium. Psychic medium. Empath, paranormal investigator, historian, man, soul, child under God. 2 minutes left to go. Anyone to give a shout out to? Give a shout out to your sisters if you want. Your mother.
I want to give it just a special shout out to so many of the people, so many of you that have tuned in tonight. For some of you, you've been a part of my life for years. I just want to say thank you for that. Most of all, thank you for putting up with me as long as you have. How the hell? I'm such a blessed man. I'm such a lucky man. I want to say thank you to. Thank you for letting me be a part of this with you. Thank you for letting me crash Friday night party with you. And for so many of you that have asked about, and I promise you, and again, I promise you, we will respond to your messages. There are just so
tickets.
many. But
where can people get tickets?
Message PR@KennethDrakeMedium.com. PR@KennethDrakeMedium.com. And for some of you that are asking about home groups, private events, we'll see you this fall. Okay, there are very few limited availability, but want to get to as many of you as possible. And I promise you, if you message pr@kennethdrakemedium.com, the site's going to be up soon. The ticket links are going to be up soon. All of that's in the works. Honestly, the truth is, I didn't expect so many people to be interested in this. So the site was down, it crashed. There were so many people. Thank you.
Touch people.
Thank you.
PRKENFKENNETHDRAKE. I can't. I'm fucking drunk. Kenneth Drake. Spell it out. You guys can find him. Go to his Facebook page. Book this fucking cat. I'm gonna book him in my living room with no pants on. There we go. Doreen shared it real quick. Let me leave that on. Guys, pause this. This will be on the YouTube channel tomorrow. Historically Haunted. It'll be on YouTube in the archives forever. It'll be on the Facebook page. I'll share it to Kenneth's page. Allie Bennett, Doreen, John Bernier, Heather Kiminiti, Susan Olson, all you fucking cats. Thank you for tuning in to Adam and Kenneth Drake with about 40 seconds to go, man. I just want to tell the world I love you and I appreciate your time. It's valuable.
I love you. You're not just a showbiz connection. You're my brother, your family, and I'm always going to be a fan of Adam Began. I love you. Thank you so much. Thank you for letting me be a part of
some of those drawings tonight. Thank you guys. Join me next week. I have a couple, Evie and Emily, from United Kingdom. They're paranormal investigators. We'll have a daughter, mother and daughter team on next week.